In this video, we will answer the question if it is worth for a free-to-play or low-spender player in Rise of Kingdoms to invest their hardly chattered gems into the Halloween's event. So if you are interested stay tuned for the video. The Halloween event just arrived into the game, and in the course of 7 days you will have the opportunity to gather great rewards just by playing Monster Mash, All Hallows Eves and Protected Supplies. And what you can earn during these times are the lanterns and the witch hats, which help you out to gather even more, and I would say the most beneficial part of the event, because you can exchange them in the Ghastly Gift shops for especially the commander sculptures, the blueprint, and you can see as well the epic pick materials. If you are a new player to the game, I will now explain what you have to do in the Monster Mash event, in the All Hallows Eve event, and the Protect Supplies event. If you are more familiar with the game and you already know what you have to do, you can use the jump marks in the video to directly jump to the part where we discuss which rewards you should buy and in which order, and what you should do if you are a free-to-play or low-spender player. So let us start with the Monster Mash event. The Monster Mash event is one of the most important parts of the whole event series, and very important because nobody cares if you are a high power player, a low power player, and so on, because everything you have to do to gather candy is to go to the map, collect resources, to go to your city, collect resources, or to slay or defeat barbarians, which I commonly do to invest my action points. And if you do so, you have the opportunity to get those kind of creepy candies. Go back to the event page of the Monster Mash and just deliver them and receive the lanterns as well as reward for that. Furthermore, you get a points for your alliance, and there you have the alliance chest, which you can open up to get randomly rewards. And you can see I've just received 2 additional witch hats, and if you want to say it like that, 4, because I get 100 gems. So let us come to the All Hallows Eve event, which is a series of 5 days, and on each day you unlock 3 new pages fully stacked with quests. What does it mean? On the first day, for example, you have to log in, you have to gather resources, you have to increase your research power. On the second day, for example, we need to spend action points, we need to defeat barbarians, which already helps us once again to gather more lanterns, not just by the All Hallows Eve event, but as well for the Monster Mash event. So let's talk about the Protected Supplies event. I think most of you should already be familiar with, because there are different kinds of events that more or less are all the same within Rise of Kingdoms. As soon as you confirm, you start a caravan which is going to a target point, and you have to defend it through the raiders, the barbarians that attack those caravan with your field marches quite easily. Depending on the difficulty you select here, you can earn stars, and you should go for at least 20 stars, which ends up in all the mission rewards you can gather here. So in total 30 witch hats, which is quite good, and gold keys and speed ups and stars and so on. And for that, you need a lot of power. So for completely new players into the game, this part of the event is not really that beneficial. But for everyone who's a little bit longer within Rise of Kingdoms and stays with it, you all know it, it's worth it to do it, even if it is a grind which nobody likes, I think. Or if so, comment it in the video. So now we start with the most important part of this video, the Ghastly Gift Shop exchange, and if it is worth for free-to-play or low spender to invest the gathered gems. So let us talk about the rewards. From my point of view, the lantern rewards you can exchange for are only relevant when it comes to the gold keys, because even for new players, young players, it is really important to obtain as much gold keys as possible. If we talk about rewards that are connected to the witch hats, we have the legendary commander sculptures, we have the epic choice pictures, we have speed ups, resources, knowledge tomes, which you definitely directly should skip, and you have the city theme and the accessory blueprint. The city themes. If you are new to the game, you might want to rush for that, but let me be honest. What you get for 100 witch heads, which is equal to 5 legendary commander sculptures or 1 blueprint and 1 sculpture, is not that good. You have the Wailing Keep, which is getting you infantry attack, but you lose cavalry health, which is not good, especially in the beginning of the game, because health is really hard to achieve. Cavalry defense and infantry health in losing in the Soul Villa, which is as well not good as discussed before, same as with the cavalry health. And you have the Creepwood Cabin. In my point of view, if you have to pick between those three, the best. Because you get infantry attack, which is with having the new smite meta in mind, you might not directly have an archer march on the field, so it could be a good choice for you as beginner. But as I've stated, I would not invest my witch heads at all into those kind of city themes. If I am a really young player in this game, I would at first try to achieve those accessory blueprint, because they are so hard to obtain and get in the game without spending huge amounts of gems in other events. So this is a good opportunity for you, and the 80 witch heads you should be able to achieve just by playing all the different events during the next 7 days. The second part is not the epic choice chest, and I will explain why. Because the epic choice chest normally costs in the VIP shop 600 gems. If you compare this to the 10 witch heads, which costs us 500 gems, it means that we have just a really slight adaptation of the price. But when it comes to the commander sculptures, and we're talking about 30 pieces you can get here, you have a price of 20 witch heads, which is equal to 1000 gems in the game. And having in mind that the VIP shop costs 2000 gems per legendary commander sculpture, this is a reduction of 50% of the price. So from my point of view, one of the best investments for your gems and your witch heads in the event. And now to answer the final question, should I invest my gems to get as much legendary commander sculptures as possible? And quite simply said, the answer is yes, because the price per legendary commander sculpture is completely epic. In most of the other events during the year, you can get legendary commander sculptures for 1500 gems roundabout, and having now just to pay 1000 gems is such a good investment for your gems. So definitely worth to go. Now I have enough accessories right now for my commanders. This means I will exchange everything I have for the legendary commander sculptures in the event, and afterwards I go for the epic choice chest materials. As the video is not just for free-to-play players, but as well for low spenders, we have to talk about the Fright Night bundle. In the first tier, you receive 25 witch heads and 1050 gems, which you could reinvest into the game, which would lead to 2 new commander sculptures for your invested money. If you purchase the second bundle as well, which is the $10 tier, you will receive 40 witch heads and 2020 gems. So in total, you are then able to purchase with both bundles and the gems you get from the bundles 6 additional legendary commander sculptures, which more or less doubles the outcome of the event if you just go for the legendary sculptures, because a free-to-play player will get around about 7 commander sculptures just from the witch heads they can obtain in the game without spending their gems. You have to decide if you think it's worth or not. I personally think it's not worth to do it. And I will spend my gems I have in the game already, and if I have to purchase something or invest the $15, I would go for something else. Now you know everything about the event and where and what you should invest first as free-to-play or low-spender player. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and don't miss out to subscribe the channel.
We are RigaRo Gaming.